is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you this new insane build that helps you get secrets as easily as possible in this game, so you guys can go ahead and get your hands on that rift in a jar, or get your hands on all of these other secrets that you always see people in the chat go ahead and get. You see these people get these 1 in 10 millions, and you're sitting there wondering, why can't I get this? Well, this is the video for you. But before we get into the video, I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of 2025, and I feel like the Dig community are going to be the ones that are going to get me there. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, there is many things coming, such as Robux giveaways, face reveals, so much more, maybe even 24-hour streams of just playing Dig, giving away game passes and everything like that. So I feel like you guys can make that possible. Also, let me know down in the comments if this video was very helpful and more videos you guys need to see on Dig, because like I said, content's a little bit scarce right now, but I'm trying my best for you guys. Also, while you're down there, go ahead and hit that like button as well, and like I said, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But enough of my yapping, let's get straight into the video. So the first step to getting these secrets is actually understanding how secrets work. So probably a lot of you guys are probably going to be confused with this build, because you're probably thinking, you know, won't I need a luck build? No. So the thing is, with secrets in this game, they are completely different to your luck. So if you go into your inventory and look at this luck stat, this doesn't affect secrets at all. Secrets are a set chance. So as you guys can see in the chat, secrets will be 1 in 10 millions, 1 in 2 millions, 1 in 3 millions, 1 in 2.5 millions, 1 in 5 millions. That is just a set rate for everybody. So luck actually doesn't mean anything. It doesn't affect us. So say if I have 50 luck compared to someone that has 1 luck, the person with 1 luck is going to have the same amount of chance to get the secret as I am. So the build we are going to be building is a one-shot solstice full-on strong build, and this is going to be the best way to go ahead and get the certain secrets, because I know a lot of people are currently searching for the rift in a jar to go ahead and get into the interlude. I've been trying to trade for them, so if anybody has a rift in the jar and they want to trade it for all of these game passes that I do own, okay, so I own quite a few, so I own quite a lot of Sal Anywheres, quite a lot of double XPs, and a lot of totems. If you guys have a rift in a jar and want to trade me, go ahead and drop a comment with your username and obviously your Discord as well, and I'll get in contact with you, and you could probably be in a video of mine and I could trade you to try and get the rift in the jar. But in today's video, obviously, like I said in the intro, we're going to be showing you how to get secrets the easiest as possible. So the first thing you're going to want to go ahead and do is get your hands on the solstice shovel. I'm going to go ahead and take off the skin just so I can show you guys which shovel this is, because currently I have the content creator skin. So if we go ahead and take this off, this is this shovel. This shovel you get from getting the 3 basilisks, giving it to basically summoning it in with 3 basilisks, and you can go ahead and buy this shovel. Once you go ahead and buy the shovel, as you guys can see, if we go on into it and we look at the stats, the strength is 26, the control is 0.5, which is very bad, but don't worry, and then the luck is also at a 5. Once you go ahead and get this, what we're going to talk about now is we're going to talk about enchants. If you guys don't know how enchants work, you're going to have to go ahead and get enchant tomes, which I might come out a video with how to get these very easily, or just how to get items in general very easily. So if we go ahead and run on over to the enchantments, the enchantment you're going to be looking for is strong, because as you guys can see, strong gives us a plus 10% strength. You wouldn't want anything else. You wouldn't want luck, because like I said, luck does not affect it. But of course, that is not the only thing you're going to need. As you guys can see on my character, I have a couple of charms on my head, and charms are one of the most important thing in this game, and some of the best things that are going to make this build amazing, and it's going to make every single shovel absolutely amazing. So usually what you would do is you would pair this with the solstice bow plus some other luck items and some control items, because obviously it has so little luck. But like I said, we're not going for a luck build at all. So the charms you're actually going to want to use is the cauldron hat, which can be brought from the traveling merchant for 45,000. You're going to want the cowboy copper hat, which if you go into your journal and we go on over into the copper mesa, from completing the copper mesa, you can go ahead and obtain this charm right here. And I'm going to tell you guys why we need all these charms in a second. The last one you're going to need is you're going to need the imp horns, which can be found inside the volcano. But the stats you're going to need on these is, on the cauldron hat, you are going to need a minimum of just SS on of the strength. The other ones don't really mind. You guys can obviously go ahead and try and get better ones on these, but you're going to need the SS on the strength. The reason we're using the cauldron hat is because strength buffs and enchants are 20% more effective. And then if we scroll down and we look on into our inventory, we're going to find the imp horns. You're also going to need an SS strength on this one. This one's a lot easier to get SS strength because it only has 1 pip. And this one says lose endurance how faster but increase strong hit progress. But don't worry, worry, because as you guys saw, if we go ahead and look at the shovels, you guys will see that this has a 0.5 control, which usually means it's going to be very, very hard to hit. But you're probably wondering, why do I need the copper cowboy hat? And the thing is with this has an ability called quick draw, where your first hit will always have max control. So if we go ahead and click down, as you guys can see, my first hit is the whole entire bar, and we can just go ahead and click. You're probably wondering, why did we only get 13% and not actually get that one shot like we were promised? So if I go ahead and run on over to the bakery to show you guys the main part that pulls this whole entire build together. So let's go ahead and run on over to the bakery, and I'll get back to you guys. So now that we have made it over to Tom's Bakery, this is where it is on the map if you want to go ahead and pause the video just to go ahead and get the coordinates for this. This is where we pull it all together. So you're probably wondering, why are we here? So if you went ahead and look at one of my other videos about the luck builds, as you guys can see, there is obviously the luck ones here, but these are going to be the ones that we want. We want the red velvet cakes, and I would highly suggest you buy quite a lot of these. These are 350 each, but I would highly suggest you buy a decent amount of them. So I think I'm gonna spend, you know, a decent amount trying to buy quite a few of these, just because obviously, you know, I really want these secrets, and I'm going to be trying to grind for a very long time. So I'm going to spend around 100,000 on these to go ahead and buy around 200 of them, I believe, just because, you know, I'm going to need a lot of these if I want to continue grinding for so long. So if we go ahead and buy all of these, and you're probably wondering, why am I buying these? So as you guys can see, if we go ahead and look what they do, so if we search up the red velvet cakes, I got 300 of them. They give you a 0.5 strength for 4 minutes. So that is what is going to push us over the edge to actually allow us to go ahead and be able to one shot. So if I go ahead and eat one of these, as you guys can see in the bottom left, if I go ahead and move my character, as you guys can see at the bottom left, the 4-minute buff has been applied. We can indeed go ahead and stack these. So if you guys want to go ahead and use a macro, because you guys can easily macro with this, you guys can easily go ahead and use a macro, because it does indeed one shot on specific surfaces. So it will one shot more on using obviously grass. So if we go ahead and run on over to Verdant Vale, because that is where I want to get the rift in the jar, because rift in jar is what takes us to the interlude. So I'm going to go ahead and run on over to the rift in the jar, and we're going to go ahead and go and show you guys this build in action. Okay, so now that we are over in Verdant Vale, there is another key factor that I have just figured out myself. Is before, my mythical cauldron hat was on 16% strength. For this to work to 100% one shot, you need to have this on a 17% strength, and you need to try and get your imp pawns to at least a 11% strength while eating the red velvet cakes, while also obviously, you know, having strong on your shovel plus the hat. Some people can say obviously you can go ahead and use the ice picks, but I like using the hat just for the pure fact of, you know, you can very much just have an auto clicker on here, just have an auto clicker just walking around, you know, just walking around hitting, and as you guys can see, we are one shot and everything. And like we said, and like many people have figured out, it does not scale off luck. So you literally just have to walk around, and even if you don't hit a strong, it does go to 56%, so make sure you're hitting that strong. But that is the reason we use the cowboy hat, because if we're not using the cowboy hat, it is going to be very hard to go ahead and actually hit that strong every single time, because like I said, you have to hit the strong for this to work. So I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be grinding inside the Verdant Vale, because like I said, I want that rift in rift in a jar. That's what I want. I want the rift in the jar, okay? Because, you know, everyone's been seeing the interlude, everyone's been seeing about this virus, but everybody just wants insane prices for it. I don't get why people want such insane prices for it, because as of right now, it doesn't do anything. I was looking for it because obviously, you know, I want content, and like I said earlier in the video, if everybody does have one, then please let me know down in the comments down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and, you know, like, because like I said, trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of 2025, and the dig community, I feel like are going to be the ones that are going to push me there, because I'm not going to lie, every single other video of mine is flopping. So it looks like I'm a dig man. It looks like I'm a dig man, okay? But like I said, you know, it's been Zez, and hopefully you guys get those secrets. If any of you do get the secrets, go ahead and join my Discord, shove it in the media chat, and let me know that you guys did indeed go ahead and get your hands on some secrets. But like I said, it's been Zez, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope this video helped you guys out. Peace out, and ka-ciao.